trap. Welcome to the trap.
Welcome to the trap. Welcome to the trap. Welcome to the trap. Welcome to the trap.
Let's go. Zen.
Trap.
Zen.
Trap.
Zen.
Trap.
Zen.
Trap.
Protect.
Yo, peace.
Protect your energy.
Then I think we were decided to do the pub crawl that night.
Yeah, we went back to the hostel and chilled, and then we signed up for the pub crawl that night.
So the hostel was really cool. Like they have a walking tour every day at like 11. You could go for free. They got a pub crawl that's like what was it, like $18, $20, something like that. That you can go to. I think they do that like every night as well. Is it every night? So like
Yeah,
Thursday
pretty
through
much.
Sunday, or maybe it was every night.
It's almost like every night.
They had like yoga you could do. The hostel had, I would say, a very nice kitchen, sitting area, outside area. So it was a pretty nice
Had a bar.
hostel. Yeah, it had a bar downstairs that was kind of open to the public. Not kind of was open to the public, so that was pretty cool. But we decided to do a pub crawl that night. Um, I think we went downstairs to the bar. You get like a free shot starting at the bar, and then at the first bar you go to, we meet up with like a bunch of other people that are doing this pub crawl.
Yeah, I didn't know that. So we met up with like a whole lot of other either
Yeah.
hostels and other people who signed up for pub crawls. All met at this one location. And at the first bar, you get beer and wine unlimited for free or whatever. So it's like beer and sangria or something. So they was like, make sure you drink up at this bar, and then the rest of the bars, you got to pay for your drinks or whatever. First bar, you met that couple.
Yeah, we met a couple that like left their life. They basically sold everything. They're from Ohio. I think she was a doctor. I don't remember what his occupation was, but they basically were traveling all over the world for like until they ran out of money, basically, which was super cool. So they were telling us about all these experiences they had, all the places they've been. And she's like, the wife is doing all the travel planning. I'm like, dang, that's like tough. Like she's finding all this super cool stuff to get into, like these small cities that you can go see that are on mountains and stuff. But
Yeah,
they
you
were
can
really
definitely tell
cool.
she enjoys it though. Like
Yeah,
she knows like flag history and stuff too. She was very, very chatty, talkative, which is not a bad thing. She was showing us all these pictures and stuff from all the stuff they did, telling us about their favorite spots and stuff, different places to go. They did majority of the bar crawl. I think on the second or third bar
I did.
yeah,
Yeah,
they dipped. But the pub crawl itself was cool for what it was. Definitely a good way to like meet people and the people that you're at the hostel with, go out and have like drinks and stuff. One of the dudes that was working the pub crawl, he was like English. His name was Ben. He had just started like 2 weeks ago, and it was funny because like the dude that was in, I guess the lead attendant of it, he was like fussing at Ben the whole time.
like slow down, go,
Get
slow
your
down.
up.
So they all had umbrellas and like yellow shirts. They had yellow umbrellas and yellow shirts. So you're supposed to follow these tour guides because we got like probably 100 people with us.
Something like that.
It's a lot of people, and you just walking through the streets, and the streets are crowded. So he's like telling Ben, like, you need to slow down. Okay, now you need to go. You need to raise your umbrella. It was hilarious.
Yeah. Trying
Ben
to
is
get
like,
everybody
I'm
in
messing
order.
up. Oh my god.
Yeah, and Ben is a person that you can tell he's very like he likes to talk. He wants to like drink and have fun too. So he's talking to everybody, and then he gets like distracted and like, oh, okay, no, back to the whatever. But as we kept going to different bars, of course they got to get like drinks and stuff too. So they got way more chill and relaxed and stuff. We got to the third bar, and they stopped us on the way because the last thing for the pub crawl is a club.
Where we going? To the club. That's good.
I want $1 about it.
You wanna? I got it.
You're using my image.
Okay, I got you.
Fucking mayhem. And they stopped us right before going to the club saying, hey, if anybody has drinks in their hands, you need to finish the drinks now. You need to sober up looking a little bit because they won't let you in the club if you look too drunk. So they were just giving us the rundown for like this club we about to go into. They were saying like, we about to give you these cards when you go in. Do not lose that card. If you lose the card, it's a fee, which is weird. I've never seen a club that did something like this before, but
Yeah, so you can't buy drinks unless you have a card.
correct.
So basically, you like they put however many drinks you get on this card, and when you leave the club, you got to give them the card, and you pay.
And
I
it'll
guess at
show the
the exit.
total, and you pay at
Yeah,
the exit.
yeah,
And if you don't have the card when you're coming out, acting like you just threw it away or lost it, it's a flat fee for
yeah,
how much card costs, and it's like something crazy.
yeah.
Which that's different. That's real
It
different. That's
makes sense
weird.
though. It makes sense in the sense that if you lose that card, I'm gonna charge you a flat fee. That's ridiculous.
But I
So
just feel
people,
like so many ways for people to get people on that. Like
oh,
you swap cards with people. Not
yeah,
it's a lot of different ways where
yeah,
it wouldn't be
yeah,
good, I guess.
like,
But whatever. Luckily, we kept our cards. So we got up to this club. The club was cool. I guess it's a club, a bar, whatever type. It's like
yeah.
rooftop vibes.
You can go
It's
outside,
enclosed. Yeah,
look
it's
over the
enclosed. You go
water.
outside, you get the water and stuff. Music was like pop, housey, or whatever. Just a lot of people up there. It was probably like 1:45 in the morning at that point, and we was just tired for real, just sleepy. Like, all
For real.
right, I'm over it. So
Because the
I
pub
looked
crawl,
up.
you had to walk, like you was
Yeah, you had to
walking.
walk the whole time, and then like most of the places, it was hard to get a seat. So you might sit down for a little bit, but you ain't sitting down for long. So I looked up public transportation, and it said like literally the last bus was leaving at like 2:30. After that, it was no more buses for the rest of the night. We're gonna have to get a cab, or well, we ain't
Yeah,
walking, but you have to get a cab.
yeah.
So he was like, all right, cool. We right by the bus stop. So we walked outside. Again, it was literally right there. It was probably like 1:50, 2 o'clock at that point.
2 o'clock.
So everybody's riding around on scooters and stuff. And disclaimer right here. I'm sure as you've seen us post episodes and stuff, you're not believing the fact that like we're just trying this out just to uh, figure out how we can do virtual interviews. That is true, but it's not the
Yes,
full truth. Me and Lindsay are not in the same location anymore.
correct.
And this story will alert you as to why that is.
All right,
So
so go ahead.
scooters are everywhere. We see people on scooters in the middle of the night, literally just riding around, flying around. I would like to again start this story. Me and Lindsay are extremely sober, not even close to tipsy or drunk from this pub crawl. Because again, we had a lot of drinks in the beginning of it, but towards the middle, we weren't buying drinks. Of course, we were just chilling. So it was good. It was good, just tired. So I proposed the offer like, hey, man, they got these scooters. It looks like it'll probably take 10, 12 minutes to get home on a scooter. It'll probably be like, what, like €5 or something, €3. You down to do these scooters? She was like, yeah, why not? Let's do the scooters. All right, cool. So we finding scooters, downloading the app and all of that. Hop on the scooter. We taking this way. We on this like cobblestone road by the dock area. And then I'm in the lead because I got my phone in one hand, looking down at it, trying to drive. And we going. We got like the water over here, and we going down this cobblestone road. And then about like, I'm not good with measurements, but like, I don't know, 25 yards away, 20 yards away maybe, is like the road is about to get smoother. But to get to that point, you have to get off this like dock area and kind of hop down on this curb, and then the road gets back to like regular road. And I don't know if you want to take it from there because I was in like the front of Lindsay.
Yeah, so I see P's in front of me. He's kind of guiding us. All right, so I'm getting the hang of it. We're going down this cobblestone road. All I see is the cobblestone is ending. And I'm like, oh shit. So I see him kind of hop over. He hops over and he like, once he gets on the smooth road, he takes off. So he's probably like, once I see him hop off, he's like, I don't know, 40 yards in front of me. And so I'm like, all right, cool. I guess I got to hop over. So I'm going to hop over, and I can almost see a spot where I'm like, oh shit, am I about to hit this dip? I hope I don't hit this dip. And I like turn while I'm turning, hit the dip. I can tell I'm about to fall, right? So natural reaction. You're on a scooter. I put my foot down. When I put my foot down, I could feel that I injured myself. I popped my knee, something twisted my knee, something like that. So I go down and I like yell as I'm going down. I know I need to scream now because P is gone. Like he's like 40, 50 yards in front of me at this point, and I'm like, fuck. If I don't scream now, he's not gonna hear me, and I don't know when he gonna
No,
look
I would
back.
have definitely turned around, but because
Yeah,
I
eventually.
looking
But
back
you were also
occasionally.
like you was about to do a turn or something, so you would have seen
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
damn, where Lindsay at?
I
Uh,
immediately heard you. I think again, not only did you scream for my attention, you screamed because you was in pain. Because I heard you
Yeah.
Literally, the first one, you was like, fuck.
Yeah, so I end up falling. I know at this point I've injured myself. I scream out to P. He turns around, comes back. He's like, all right, well, let me get our scooters closed out. Let me park them, and then I'm going to come back. And when he goes and does that, I'm on the ground, like kind of pissed off because I know like this is about to be a fucked up night. Like this is going to be a long night. I'm thinking about everything that's about to happen for the next, I don't know, 24 hours at least, if not the next 2 weeks, 4 weeks, couple months. So I'm like, all right, fuck. This random Irish dude comes up to me and he's like, hey, mate, are you okay? Is everything okay? I'm like, no, I'm not okay. I hurt
And
myself.
she's like face down on the ground.
Yeah, because I
And
can't figure out what position makes me feel good. So I'm just laying how I feel.
I'm closing these scooters out, and the scooter is telling me I can't park it here, so it won't allow me to close it out here. So I have to drive it down like 10 yards, 15 yards back down the other way of the dock just to park it so that it will close out. So I had to take my scooter first, run back, get hers, and then take that one. So when I take hers and go down and go back, I'm jogging back and I see like two people around her at this point when I'm jogging back. And I'm like, what the fuck, man?
So there's another dude that walks up and is like, hey, do you want me to call 911? I'm like, yes, call 911. And the other dude is like drunk. So he's
He's
like telling me like,
just drunk, just
he's just
talking.
trying to be helpful, but he like, mate, don't move, don't move. I'm like, I need to sit up. I don't want to lay like this no more. He's like, I'm telling you the best thing for you is to not move. I'm like, look, all this hurt is my knee. I can move my upper body. I just need to like, I just need kind of like some space. Anyway, long story short, the paramedics show up
No,
after
no, no,
like
no, 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 no. So that dude leave or whatever, but first he was trying to stay for a minute. He's like, "Do you want me to stay?" No. You sure I can stay? No, you don't need to stay. Carry your drunk ass on. The other dude called the ambulance and dipped. He said they should be here whenever. We waited probably like 5 or 6 minutes. Ambulance wasn't there yet. I was like, fuck, we need an Uber then. I call an Uber. Uber can't get to us because we got to be a road over. Of course, she can't walk. So I'm like, all right, fuck. So the Uber, I have to cancel the Uber because the Uber can't get to us. Then like 3 minutes after that, the ambulance finally pulls up. And the whole time Lindsay's here laying on the ground. We get her up and she's like posted up on a tree. But she's still in pain, of course. So she's in pain this whole time. And the ambulance finally gets there in like 13, 14 minutes.
yeah. So hop on the ambulance. They telling me I gotta hop up, and I'm like, fuck, this is gonna be tough. Like, so I end up hopping on. I don't know what position that my leg feels good in. I just know it's hurting constantly, right? So she pulls out like some scissors to cut my jeans. I'm like, hold on. This is the only pair of jeans I got for this trip. You cannot cut my jeans. I'll take them off. So I take off my jeans. They look at my knee. Obviously, nothing's obvious to the eye. It's like, okay, it looks like, it's like maybe a little bit of swelling, but we can't really tell anything. So they take me to the hospital. P is like, they basically told him what hospital, and he's like, all right, I'll come.
Yeah, they told me I couldn't ride in the ambulance. So they was
Right.
like, this is the hospital we're taking her to. It shouldn't be too far. It was probably like a 20-minute walk, 18-minute walk. So I was like, all right, cool. Y'all just go ahead. I'll get an Uber or something. I was like, fuck this. I ain't paying for no Uber. So I walked. I jogged, really. I ran to the hospital.
All I know is he was there quick. I feel like by the time I got there and I got like checked in and they like told him what was going on and got me out the ambulance, got me a wheelchair, P was there. And I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah, I come in the hospital in the emergency room and just look to the left and I just see her sitting in a wheelchair. And I was like, oh, okay, well, hard part done. Found her.
Yep. So,
What they rode you to a second area where we had to wait a little bit, and at this point, of course, Lindsay's like sad and her leg is hurting, and she's like, her whole left side is dusty. She has a scratch on her elbow and a scratch like right here on her face from like hitting the ground and stuff. So we waiting for a while. Everybody in this hospital pretty much speaks Portuguese. They're not very fluent in English at all. It's not a lot of people. It's already still like what
3 in the morning,
2:30, 3 in the morning at this
it's
point
like 3 in the
now.
morning.
3 in the morning, so it's the night shift and all of that. So we in there with all these other people that is just like it's hurt and kind of empty, but not really. So she has to get X-rays first, and it's this little mean looking little nurse. And she ain't mean, but she just one of those old ladies that look mean or whatever. She had a short red cut. She came and she don't speak no English at all. She don't even try. None at all. She came over saying she had to get Lindsay and take her into this X-ray room, and I'm just like, we trying to talk to her, but she don't speak English. She rolled Lindsay into this room. I don't know what happened, but that shit was traumatic.
So
I
I
mean, I
go
do
in
know what
there.
happened, but I didn't see
Yeah,
it.
I go in there. They tell me to get on the table, the
They say I
X-ray
can't be
table.
in there with her,
Yeah. So
so
he can't
she
go in with me. I'm
again
like, all right,
pushing me
cool.
out.
So, only thing I know right now is that I can't lift my leg. I can't lift it on my own. That's all I know, and that it hurts like hell if I do. So I get on the table, but I also what I'm finding out when I get on the table is I can't let my leg hang. That also hurts. So I'm like, whoa, 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 we got to figure out something. But she don't speak no English, so she just ends up like I'm trying to like stand straight up, so because I can't sit and let my leg hang because I can't bend my knee is what I'm finding out. And so she's like, when I don't like move fast enough, she basically like just throws my leg on the X-ray thing, and of course that hurt like shit. So I'm like, oh my god, like screaming. Anyway,
No,
then she
Lindsay
like
is wailing, screaming.
it was very painful. It was more painful than the actual accident. Like even me laying on the ground, I was screaming like fuck. I was more so mad. That right there hurt. So then she had to like in the US they have X-ray machines that can move around your whatever body part, right? Your knee, they can move to the side, whatever. Well, they couldn't. You had to move your body. So she's telling me to roll over. But at first, I didn't understand her. I'm like, scoot over, like, and then she literally takes me and kind of pushes me over, and she throws my other leg on top of my leg. It was horrible. I again wail, and I'm telling them like, I can't stay like this. I can't because it's hurting so bad. So they finally get us the X-ray, get me back in the wheelchair. When I come out, I'm like shaking, like I am literally it was so painful. My teeth won't stop chattering because I guess because of the pain. So my teeth are chattering. I'm like shaking. I walk out and P's eyes are big as hell. He's like,
She looked.
"Oh,
I'm traumatized. She looked like she just been through something crazy. Again, I got to stand out
yeah,
there with like a security guard, and she just like screaming for like 5 minutes, like
yeah,
screaming to the top of her lungs. She come out. The lady looked just normal as hell, and she just pushing her in this wheelchair, looking like ain't nothing happening. And Lindsay, like
yeah."
she said, shaking arms on her hair, standing up and stuff. And then we just got to get sat back and over here and just sit here out like ain't nothing happened. Like,
Ain't no pain meds happening, nothing.
well, what you gotta say for yourself? You look dusty.
You look dusty. Thank you. You need a haircut. I need a haircut. Fuck, man. Fuck.
What they say to you?
They just like chilling. So the dude was like, after I get an X-ray, then I can get some pain meds. So I get the X-ray, finally go in and see the doctor.
Yeah,
He
we had to
say
wait
like,
another like 30, 45 minutes. It's
yeah,
like 4 in the morning, 4:30.
he like, you don't really got ain't no bones broken, so you should be able to walk. And I'm like, all right. I'm like, sir.